Hello. Hello, Geminis. Hey, what's up? How you doing up in the house today? This is LA. I'm finna do your horoscope for June 2020. And we're gonna see what's up with y'all. You see, I got them laid out, got it ready for y'all. So, but first we're gonna say a few words. Dear angels, please bless and protect this space. I ask that you ensure only pure and trustworthy answers from the divine come through these cards. I ask that the messages I receive be clear and easy to understand. Please help me see and hear and feel and know the messages you have for us. I ask that this card's reading bring blessings to everyone involved. And so it is. Here we go. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me change these around because these are supposed to be last. They're the pretty cards, but they're supposed to be last because they're from the angels. So we're going to turn them around. Okay, here we go. First of all, Geminis, you have the High Priestess, but it's upside down. So, let me say, ignorance, short-sightedness, lack of understanding, selfishness, acceptance of superficial knowledge, shallowness. Let me tell y'all something, Geminis. You better stop the ignorant stuff, and you better stop the cloudiness and get with the program, because you know what? I'm telling you, you ain't got time to be ignorant. There's so many ignorant people in this world, and it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary in relationships. It's unnecessary, period, to be short-sightedness and lack of understanding, selfishness. And you can't be selfish about everything. You know, you gotta accept some things. You gotta put your effort in some things. You know, you gotta quit it. You can't be so, they call it ignorance and selfishness and acceptance of superficial knowledge and shallowness. Don't be shallow. Be truthful. Be straight up with people. Sometimes we are not, and sometimes we go with the flow. And ain't nothing wrong with that, Geminis, but don't get yourself in no ignorant stuff in June. The next one you're gonna be focusing on is foundation and achievements. You see, you have two kids here and you got adults. Okay, what I see in this card is that the foundation, we need to make a steady foundation, and achievement, we got to get the kids to achieve the things they want, and you need to achieve what you want. In other words, you want a complete foundation, and it's going to be a nice rainbow right there, and you've done your job. Now you got to finish it up with whatever else you got to do with the house and the rest. Okay? And then the angel says, trust. Trust, people. It's so hard for Geminis to really trust anybody. I'm going to be honest with you. This card is, you got to trust in the Almighty up there that He solves everything. But when you're in a marriage or relationship, you got to trust one another. You got to put more of an effort to put trust. Because sometimes some people break their trust, and that trust don't go well. Okay? When you break the trust, then you got problems, because then you're going to question the person during the relationship. You're going to have all them what ifs. But you need to trust that person or whoever it is and the Almighty is fixing that, because He going to fix what's wrong with your mate. Okay? But you got to trust that it's going to be done. And you got to trust, first of all, trust in the Almighty, which is God in the heavens. He'll fix anything. Believe me, He'll fix it. It takes time. Sometimes we slip, and remember, people are human. That's the biggest part of relationships. Some people think they got the answers to everything, but sometimes relationships got to have a good foundation. They got to trust each other. They got to bond with each other. They got to make memories with each other. They got to experience things together, and they got to love each other. And love comes with trust. Now, you got to trust each other, Geminis, because it's hard. I ain't going to lie. Okay, the Four Swords. Okay, let's see. Solitude, retreat, temporary seclusion, abandonment, convention as safe for mental disorders. Okay, sometimes we're in our heads and we're having a battle with somebody, and sometimes it's in our heads we're having a battle with. And sometimes you won't, you be temporary seclusion because you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to handle mental disorders. First of all, this reading don't resonate with everybody. This is y'all know this is an all-around reading, so don't nobody kick the messenger and say, hey, let me give you a foot. That's not necessary because of the fact. This is an all-around thing. This is not for just one Gemini. It's if you want to. It's not a solid reading for one person. So if this don't work for you, or if for you, you can go. You can go find something else, or any cross watch can watch it. You're welcome. But this right here got some mental disorder, and some people are escaping from their mental disorders, and they're not facing their mental disorder. They're putting it on the back burner. Never put your mental disorders on the back burner. If you got something going on and you retreat to the office to get some counseling or get what you need, so you won't be in no battle with people, especially in your head or anybody. Okay. Awareness. Be aware of what's going on with you in the world. Sometimes Geminis, we have to be aware of what we're doing, because up here, we want to be aware of what's going on in the world, what's going on in our minds, our hearts, and so just be aware of what's around you, what's going on in the world, because there's trickery out here. And then you can ask for help from others. Some people don't like to ask for help, but the angels tell you sometimes you got to ask for help. Stop being so pride and everything. Geminis, stop having your pride lead you the wrong route. Sometimes you have to have help. It ain't nothing wrong with it. And this is the strength card, but it was upside down. It says weakness, pettiness, sickness, lack of faith, abuse of power, scrubbing to temptation, indifference. Listen, you got to have faith. You got to believe so that you're going to have more than just here. There's more to life than just here. And weakness, you don't have to have weakness, you know what I'm saying? And letting sickness or pettiness, it's going to be sickness for you this month. You better watch who you hang with, who you be around, or whatever you're doing, because sickness is trying to get you, and you need to face it up, face it and get the stuff you need before it gets bad, Don't sit around and let sickness take you over. And don't abuse of power, scrambling temptation. Don't abuse your power of other things. You know what I'm talking about, Gemini. Don't abuse it. Just because we can say it and do it don't mean we do it. Okay. The next one is rest and rejuvenate. You need some rest and rejuvenate. You need to relax. You need to get your stability back, because really, you're not getting enough rest. You're not getting enough, you just need to take time for yourself and meditate and relax and get your mind straight, Geminis, because you need more rest. Don't do it. Don't make it easy for this virus to take you out. And then it got success. That means that something you're doing is going to be a success in June. You might get rewards for everything that you're doing that's positive and straight. The angels is trying to help you. The next card is the Empress, but it's upside down, y'all. Lack of consideration, anxiety, loss of material possessions, delay in progress. Be careful. Your anxiety is going to drive you crazy next month. And also loss of material possessions, lack of concentration. You're going to find something to get your mind straight so you can focus on the things you have to do and thinking straightforward. You're going to have lack of concentration, and anxiety going to be high. Yeah, if it does, you find some way to handle anxiety, because anxiety can really be bad. I know, because I have it. Okay. The next, we'll do this first. This says moving on. Some of you are moving on. Some of you may be moving. Some of you may be moving apart from a relationship. Some of you are moving towards a different direction. But whatever it is, know the Almighty's on your side. God is always there. You always have a higher power. The angels will help you if you ask. So just ask and do what you got to do. If you got to move on, that's what you got to do. If you got to buy a new house, But I wouldn't do it right now with all this virus and no money. You know how they go, people. And remain positive at all times, man. Never doubt yourself. Never let yourself go into another trance where I can't remain positive. Yes, you can. The angels say, yes, you can. You can remain positive, but you got to try, Geminis. Try your best to put your effort positive at all times, Gemini. At least try. The next one we had was upside down, was a Queen of Swords. Excuse me. It says narrow-mindedness, okay, deceitfulness, vengefulness, and ill-tempered person. In other words, if you're narrow-minded and you are on the defense move and you have a bad temper, you need to watch it. Okay, you need to watch it because it's not necessary. That's not the way to have to get yourself with it. Narrow-mindedness and being mischievous, vengeance, don't let vengeance get you because it will put you in jail. You know, and you're an ill-tempered person, you got to calm down. As I learned, everybody want to be in charge, but I'm going to tell you something. I can't say the word, but there's only going to be one person at the end in charge. And I can't say that word because it's going to make people mad. I wouldn't say it on here. Okay, the next one is emotional withdrawal. In other words, some of you are going to go to a solitude and you're going to have emotional withdrawal. That means you're going through some emotional problems and you need to face them. You need to face your emotional problems because sometimes we put them on back burner and they come back on us, Gemini. So remember, you need to meditate, get yourself together because emotional problems are going to be on a high next month. Okay. Communicate clearly. The biggest thing in relationships is communication. Remember, you need to communicate clearly to your mate, communicate clearly in your jobs, communicate clearly, just period. Because with misunderstandings come, problems come. And angels is telling you, you need to communicate clearly if you want something to be a success. The Seven of Cups says, fantasy, unrealistic attitude, imagination, daydreaming, foolishness, wham, wishful thinking, ill necessary success, person with impressive appearance but no substance. In other words, you might have a good appearance, but you empty inside. That's what you're trying to say, you empty. And foolishness, well, you need to let the daydreaming and the foolish stuff go, y'all. It's not worth it. Stop wishful thinking on things that's not going to happen. Geminis, you know what's up. Sometimes fantasies don't happen. And stop having an realistic attitude. That's just a no-no. Okay. Obstacles and challenges. You're going to have to cross that bridge and there's a crack in it. You need to think of how are you going to cross it apart? What's the next strategy to get across there? You're going to have to use your mind and your well-being to get across there without falling down into that hole. So you need to meet your challenges to whatever you're doing. You need to think, how can I pass that gate? If it's jobs or anything, you gotta put your next. It's like, I got to have a second hustle. Remember that, but it's always going to be a gap in the way. But what you do is important. And if angel said you will have abundance. In other words, there's some money coming or something going to come to you in abundance from the heavens, okay? You got abundance coming somewhere. I don't know where it is, Gemini, but you got something coming. And God bless you if you do that. Angels is good. They're helping you out. Okay, we got the Seven of Coins upside down, which is anxiety is on the high, impatient, uneasiness, a loss of money, unwise investment, unstable economy, uneasy in action. In other words, loss of money, unwise investments, and unstable economy, and anxiety and impatience. Be aware. It's unstable economy to buy houses and do a lot of stuff. But anxiety, y'all, and impatience and uneasiness is going to hit you next month. So you need to be aware of that, and you can lose some money. So if you be careful what you put stuff, where you throw stuff, where you put it down, because you can lose your money. It's money or something containing to money. So be careful next month, Gemini. I don't know what this is for, but I'm letting you know. Watch your pockets. Okay. Deception and envy. Somebody envies you, and sometimes there's deception on what's going around you. So you better, that mask comes off, and when they put the mask on, they don't tell you who they is with the mask on, but it's deception. In other words, it's something going to happen next month. It's going to be like, it's due to, they're envious of you. Sad to say, somebody thinks the more of you than you think of yourself, and they envy of you. Come on now. But they is Gemini. And be happy, and big happy changes, they're coming. In other words, happy changes and big things are coming. And big challenges is coming. So you make sure you're ready for the changes and the big things that's going to show up for you. So be aware. Now we got the Queen of Wands upside down. It says jealous, just like what I was saying, deceit, possible infidelity, unstable emotion, fickleness, and in other words, be careful here. This card saying it's going to be some jealousy and deceit, possible infidelity, unstable emotion, fickleness, and resistant obstacles next month. If you're in relationships, don't gamble with your relationship. Be honest with your relationship at all times. Be straightforward. Don't be sneaky. Let me tell you something. If a relationship ain't going to work, it ain't going to work. You got to have trust, and you can't be having no wandering eyes. But they're saying in some relationship, there's infidelity coming and some jealousy and deceit. A lot of people is jealous, and they'll tell on you in a minute. I'm telling you. If you got this stuff going on, this envy and stuff with people, do not do it. Because if you do it, somebody gonna tell us, okay? So watch what you do. It's important next month. Watch. You should carry yourself with respect if you're married. You got to remember, the bond is for it to be not broken at no times. If it is, it's going to cause problems. And I'm telling you something. One thing I can't stand, and that's the cheater. I can't. And I'm going to tell you on here, I can't respect the cheater. So if you got it on your mind to cheat, go somewhere, because this card is telling on you. Next. Okay, the next, we got the throat chakra. Let me look it up. What the throat chakra has got going on. Just a minute, I'm trying to find it. I had it in my face right here and I lost it. Come on, the throat chakra. I got the third eye. The throat chakra. Right here, it says, I speak. In other words, you can speak. You can talk. You can tell a person what you need to know, and you can work your problems out. You don't got to do all the extras. You know, you got to learn how to speak. And then it says, watch your thyroid. People, some people's thyroids is a problem. So, ladies, if you got a thyroid going on, that you not losing weight, something going on, check your thyroid. And look for the light. Always wear light blue, the colors this month, for a help from the above is the color light blue. So wear a lot of light blue. Now, recovery. Okay, recovery is, this card here can mean a lot of, you're recovering for something. You're recovering. Here we go. I'm going to tell it to you what it means. This is a period of recovery and healing for you. The challenges, emotions that you've been dealing with will fade away with time. Although it may be difficult to see now, there is joyful in the future awaiting you. But for now, take all the time you need to regain your strength. In other words, the challenges is there with your emotions that you're dealing with will fade away. And your difficulties, you'll see through you'll have a recovery through whatever you're going through. That's what the angels are saying. And for relationships, it says, I asked, was there going to be any relationships that people were going to be having? Yes, they're going to meet people. But I didn't ask whether they're good for you or not. But here's the card. It said, yes, that you will find relationships. Now we're going to do this card. I always do my cards. This is my scripture cards. I have cards that have scriptures on them. So we're going to get a scripture for Geminis. I need a scripture for Geminis. Could you give me a scripture that they would benefit from, that would benefit to them for the month of June? And just put it overall. Here we go. Scripture. Okay, they came out with several. They just flying out. Okay. The first one says, the virgin will be with child and will give birth to a son that they called Emmanuel, which means God's with us. The spirits of Christ, and that one was first Matthews 1:23, and then this one was Peter 18, Peter 1 Peter 1:11. The Spirit of Christ in them was pointing when he predicted the suffering of Christ and the glory that the world follow. Our Lord patient means salvation. That's a good one right there. I love that. Read that, the salvation. Okay. And the last card that fell out on the scriptures was Galatians 1:11-12. The gospel of preached, I received it by revelations from Jesus Christ. Amen. But that's the scriptures they gave me for y'all. But basically, what I see in y'all Gemini and y'all cards is, don't do what you're thinking. Don't do nothing to mess up your relationship. I don't care. Think first. If you want a relationship, don't do it. If you want your family to be as one, trust each other, love each other, be kind to each other, be respectful with each other, give each other what you can of each other. But remember that other person has faults. They're not perfect. Geminis, nobody's perfect. Remember that. Nobody's perfect. But there is ways to prevent stuff by conversation, communication, and see what we can do as a couple to do in our relationship. The relationship could go far if both of you think as one instead of thinking as, I'm going to go do this, and temptation is leading. Like Adam and Eve, as y'all read in the Bible, they had temptation. What it is, Eve temptation to Adam, and he went for it, okay? And he ate of the bad fruit. Don't do that to your relationship, because we're living in sin as it is, okay? Don't make sin in your relationship, and you'll be okay. Do not break that. If you do, you're going to mess up this relationship. So I wish everybody luck, Geminis, and I want to say thank you for listening. And this is LA, baby, telling the facts. Oh, yeah. And remember, this is for June 2020. I give y'all a shout out. Please push that down if you want to hear me again. And God bless.